Hello everyone, back at it. My first post DBS surgery video. Had the first of 3 surgeries for deep brain stimulation. You can see my railroad tracks, staples right there in my head, and probably see this little bit of scarring there from what they call the halo. But yeah, I figured I would do one video, send out to you guys instead of providing updates to everyone separately. I just post a video. You can subscribe, and I do my next video, you'll get it. Like this video if you like the content, and just give everybody an update. All's good, all's well. Not taking pain meds anymore, just doing some NSAID, Tylenol, basically maintenance drugs as needed. That's it. Not gonna lie, gang, it was pretty painful the day of the surgery. Really bad headache. Gee, I wonder why. But I watched the whole surgery live. I had 2 TVs in front of me, and the one on the left had the shot of exactly what the neurosurgeon saw, so I saw the whole thing. And then the one on the right had my choice of Netflix shows to watch, which I didn't really pay much attention to it. And they asked me what kind of music I wanted to hear in the background, and I said Reba McEntire. And I was hoping when I got in the OR that the first song I would hear was The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, and it was the first song. So that was pretty cool. Got me happy, kind of relaxed a little bit while they prepped everything before the drill came out, which was interesting. So for those who don't know, the first surgery was to implant an electrical lead in the right hemisphere of my brain. And so to do this, they come in, before I ever go to the OR, it's a PACU area. They've got me set up in there in a chair, and they have to inject, take this long needle and inject anesthesia in 4 spots on my skull. That was not a lot of fun. I'm not looking forward to doing that again, especially when you're fasting because you can't eat and you're dehydrated. Dehydration was probably my fault, honestly. I was at the hospital the whole day, the day before, for MRIs, CT scans, all that kind of stuff, and I just didn't drink enough water. Just because you wake up and you're going to be a little dehydrated anyway, but then the fact that I was already starting at a negative balance to begin with didn't help, to be quite honest. But anywho, got through that part, got a funny picture out of it. And then they take me into the OR, and they get to work cleansing, sanitizing best they can, doing all the aprons and setting everything up for the drill. And I watched them make the incision. That was the only part where there was a lot of blood. And then once they got that kind of set up, then used the drill to drill into my skull a hole, and I got to see my brain like alive and in technicolor, kind of just like moving. Which was really weird. And then he took I don't know if any of you guys know what a burr is. It's an attachment you can put on the end of a drill, and he used this burr, kind of like a pencil grinder, to grind away a groove into my skull that was inset about that much, so that the grommet piece they use to push the lead through will sit flush on my skull, so it doesn't have a big raised bump on my skull. It's just sitting there flushed. A little bit of a raised part right now is from the electrical leads that they basically shoved in under my skin. That's just hanging out up there until the 3rd surgery, when they connected up to the hardware that's going to be placed under my chest. So I get to do all this over again in about 4 weeks on this side. And then I'll have some recovery time, and I'll go back into July for the hardware in the chest and the electrical cords that'll go over my shoulder, up my neck, and they connect everything together. This will all go away because it'll be all flushed down the back of my head. Yeah, so that's it. Surgery 1 out of the way. Glad I did it. There was some pain, there was some uncomfortableness. Not gonna lie, the headache afterwards was just not fun. Nothing seemed to really touch it, unfortunately. But that compared to having some catastrophic fall because of your gait being off, aspirating food, liquids into your lungs, and dealing with pneumonia all the time because of swallowing issues, 24/7 pain like I have or had. This surgery and the minimal amount of pain, honestly, discomfort, is totally worth it. So I'm looking forward to getting this side done in 4 weeks. No real bad after effects, I don't think, anyway. We'll see. I know I do another neuro psych eval afterwards to gauge if there was any kind of cognitive decline or loss. I'm remaining hopeful that it's all going to be worth it, and I'm just going to leave that there. And it's really cool. They hooked a machine up to me, and with a lead in, and they took me through a whole series of tests, and I could tell when they sent the electricity into my brain, depending on which direction on which lead or which segment of the lead, and the amplification of the electricity, you know, my wrist would move like it's supposed to without all the stiffness and slowness. And it was really kind of remarkable. And immediately after the surgery, I had like a cessation of symptoms. Like I got an immediate relief right after the surgery. Now that's temporary. Neurologist warned me that it's all gonna be temporary. There's no electricity going to my head right now. There's no battery pack or anything. It's just the lead just implanted in there. But it gives me a lot of hope that when they do get all this hooked up and they do turn it on, that I can get back to my old life prior to Parkinson's. I'm looking forward to, granted, I'm gonna listen to the doctors, take it easy at first, like I am right now. No exercise whatsoever, no strenuous activity, no lifting, nothing. I'm just chilling, taking it easy like the doctors want me to. But I'm looking forward to when I can get back to working out the way I used to, maybe playing a couple of sports or, you know, team sports. Whether that's, you know, kickball, softball, whatever, find something to get active for. I'm looking forward to that, and I know that this surgery is going to get me to that point. So, well worth it, gang. Those of you who've been along the ride with me, a few of my subscribers have reached out to me. You're anticipating that you're going to have to make this decision on whether or not to go through it. I'll post more content to help you make that decision, but so far so good. I'm 10 out of 10, looking forward to the rest of it. So give me a like if you like the content, drop me a comment, and I will see you guys again very soon. Thank you.